Okay, hey. So, today was a pretty interesting day. I just spent the whole weekend at an Alcoholics Anonymous retreat with my dad. And that was cool. I realized that, hey, our society has this, thing about men being men, and it's really fucking stupid how you gotta, be masculine and whatever, and, I got to go to this retreat with my dad, with all these alcoholics, I guess, and it was really good. It was just, a bunch of these people that have had fucking ridiculous lives with just whatever, just gangs or drug dealing or just being a junkie and stealing shit and being nuts all the time and fucking all this stuff. And basically we just all we got to sit there and listen and understand that all these people, we all have, there's that thing where, you go to school and everyone has feelings and everyone's entitled to their own opinion and whatever. It was like that. It was really nice. These are all 30, 40, 50, 60, 70-year-old guys, that have all, had their lives and they've been up to whatever the fuck they've been doing, it was great, all these people that are able to get together and not kill each other and be assholes, and it was how, that R9K shit about how, high school was bad for some people, I don't know, I just left early because I'm a fucking quitter, but well, anyway, I was like, oh my gosh, what if these guys could actually have, what if a high school and school and everyone could be like these people at retreat where, they're able to just share and appreciate each other and, just respect each other as people without, some kind of pretense of whatever, I'm a hard motherfucker or however these people like to think they are. But I was like, wow, all these people are able to just, get together and talk about life and how they're trying to make each other better people or whatever the fuck it is. I don't even know. But I think pretty much it was just nice for people that, have fucked up in life and, have been selfish and, I guess, messed up. For them to be able to talk to other people that have kind of went through the same thing or something similar where they can relate. And then it was just great. I mean, well, I don't know. I don't think I'm an alcoholic yet. Maybe, maybe genetic or whatever. But I don't know. These Alcoholics Anonymous things where everyone just, cares and everyone's just trying to become, whole and their own person without substance abuse. It's fucking great. Which is, fucking ironic, right? I mean, the retreat's great. We finished and we got home at 12 in the afternoon. Then I got, a message from my brother hey, we gotta hang out and talk about some shit. And some backstory, I haven't really seen my family for a year or so because it's just how things are sometimes when stuff is difficult with, I don't know, parents that don't get along and very serious people and Asians and whatever. Fucking, I don't care, it doesn't matter. But yeah, so I just came back from this 3-day retreat at this fucking beautiful retreat place. I don't even know what to call it, but it's just such a nice place. The crosses aren't phony and everything is just calm and it feels like no one is trying to fuck with you and everything is alright. And so I just get this fucking call, and it's just like, hey, we gotta hang out and talk about shit. So I'm like, fucking, okay, let's do this, you know? And so, I guess we just go out to dinner and talking and shit. And, I haven't seen my mom either for like, a fucking year or so. It's probably more like 2 years. And so, it's alright. And then, fuck, whatever. It's just family stuff and some issues. And then it's just like, oh yeah, by the way, your grandma's not doing so good. And it's just like, well, fuck, I would walk like 40 miles to see them, because, my parents, they fucked up. They really did. They're both like smart, attractive, intelligent people, but they managed to fuck up. I guess my dad is a killer robot, and my mom is, some tiger Asian woman that really gives a fuck and wants her kids to be, the generation that rules the fucking world or something like that. Whatever. And then, it's just like, I haven't seen my grandma for like a couple weeks, and they let me know that, hey, we decided to make a decision that, well, yeah, we're gonna put her in hospice. And I'm like, the fuck? Oh my god, like, what the fuck is going on? And so, it's funny, because I work as like a lifeguard, pool attendant, bitch boy, right? And I save these little Japanese kids from drowning, so that we can have more Pokemon sequels and whatever the fuck. More Digimon and more animes and weird tentacle porn and shit. Like, I go to work in Waikiki and I save these fucking kids when their parents are busy being irresponsible fuckers. And, now, that's cool. I get to go see my family that I haven't seen in like maybe a year and whatever. And they're like, oh yeah, so your grandma has respiratory problems and we're gonna fucking put her in hospice like a day from now. And I'm like, what kind of cruel, stupid joke is this where, my job is to save stupid motherfuckers from drowning, and, my grandma happens to be, yeah, drowning. She is drowning in her own fluids, and I'm like, fuck. What the hell? Just fuck. My grandma is slowly drowning in her own lung fluids. God, it's terrible. Life is so silly, Oh, man. Oh, well, shit. I don't know. It's funny, too, because I'm sure me crying about this and being all boo-hoo-hoo. Probably some kids elsewhere would just look at me like stone cold killers and be all like, the fuck are you complaining about? Like, whatever, people have it worse. But it's, oh man, what a joke, I don't, like, consider myself an alcoholic yet, but, I just spent 3 weeks with all these guys that have managed to maintain sobriety or whatever for, like, years, and some of these guys, 29 years without taking a drink. And I come home and, 12 hours after I come home, I'm here getting drunk and recording this so that maybe later on, when I'm not feeling so damn bad, I can listen to it and be like, wow, I was a angsty, retarded fucking 17-year-old and laugh my ass off. At least, I hope so. Because being sad about this, I hope I'm not. Because I guess life has to go on and you can't have your grandparents forever. Even though they're like the, you know, one of the few things that kept you from becoming like a heartless, terrible person. And, you know, memories of, you know, going around with them and going to eat tasty treats and ice cream and shit at the mall and going to a crappy arcade and playing silly games and, you know, just sitting in the car with them and just fucking driving around. Oh, fuck. Ah, man. But to all you guys that do drink or whatever, I've found that if you take some like really cheap wine and put syrup in it, like agave syrup or probably maple syrup, might work just as good, but I don't fucking know. And then pour some rum in there, it's fucking delicious and it lets you not feel so bad. I don't know. Fuck. This is terrible. I gotta go get a new fucking job. I am most certainly not gonna wanna fucking save kids from drowning while my grandmother is drowning in a hospice. So, you know what? Fuck that job. It was a wonderful job. I have like the best bosses ever. Like, I hope when I get into the chair force and if I stay in for, you know, whatever, how long, I hope I can be like my bosses, because those guys, I appreciate them as human beings, and I think they are terrific role models, even though they might maybe or maybe not think so themselves. I think they're great people, because they manage to be people. It's great. I'm just sitting here, like, fucking messed up. It's really like 10 shots later. I'm like, holy shit, man. Whatever. I don't know. I'm definitely gonna listen to this in a year or so, and I'll probably cry some manly tears about everything with, you know, my grandma and life, and the fact that, you know, you can't be a kid forever, and Peter Pan is a lucky motherfucker, and goddamn, why do people have to get old and fucked up? That's why I gotta go out and adventure, you know, as much as I can before I end up like a crippled, depressed wreck. Because it's sooner or later gonna happen, so the more I can get done, the less regret I'm gonna have, and yeah, I'm hoping it'll be okay. Fuck. Life is tough for an angsty teenager. Gosh. My goodness. Life is really tough. And it's funny, I'm saying that. And I have all this time to make videos and quit jobs whenever I want, because there's really no need for me to work, because my parents managed to be responsible. That's terrible. But yeah, I'll go get a different job. I don't want to save drowning kids when my grandma's drowning. I'll probably be so fucking bitter, I'll probably just look at him and think, you fucking deserve this, you know? And then I'm not doing my job, and if I'm not doing my job, I shouldn't have that job, so I better go do something else. But I'm gonna miss all the free food, because fuck. Hotels are cool, they give you free food. Whatever, this is a fucking tough day. This hurts my feelings. But, you know, one day I'm probably gonna just lie down and not watch my fucking shitty gameplay, and probably hate video games by then, but I'll just, you know, I'll lie down and listen to this, and like, you know, fuck. That's what was up when, fuck, I just learned like a day ago, you know, on Saturday morning, I went down to the fucking recruiter's office to learn that I am leaving, you know, the 1st of January 2013. What kind of shift date is that? Yeah, I mean, so much stuff in a couple of days. I find out when I'm leaving my terrific island home and to go to fucking Texas and get yelled at by a bunch of meanie sergeant people or whatever. And then the day later, the retreat ends, and I'm no longer hanging out with a bunch of, you know, alcoholics that have made a change in their life. And 6 hours after that, on a terrific Sunday, I'm having dinner with my family that I haven't seen for like nearly 2 years, and we talk about some shit. And then, oh yeah, we're putting your grandma, who took care of you when you were a baby, into hospice, and we're gonna let her die in a room alone, surrounded by a bunch of nurses that are basically just fuck. I don't even care, but the point is, it makes me feel bad, and I don't like it. But I don't know, it'll make sense later, I'm sure. Because there's the whole thing about your brain, you know, making everything make sense so that you don't go crazy and kill yourself. I wouldn't kill myself over this. Definitely not. But it's sad because this is part of my childhood. It's dying and it's fucking... I don't know what else to say, but fuck. At least I know when I'm leaving to go try out for the seer shit and become, you know, the greatest walk-arounder in the woodser that has ever lived. And, you know, I hope I can get through that fucking course. I know a lot of people fail, and I don't want to be one of those failures, and I want to get through, and I want to be able to listen to this as, you know, the seer guy that's teaching people how to eat rabbits and shit. And I also want to laugh at the fact that I am here drinking a lot. Just tonight, though, because I'm sad, because, you know, fucking grandma. Why didn't they tell me earlier? I mean, fuck, I would have walked and run like 50 miles just to say hey. Because, you know, they took care of me, and I love them, you know? They were always there to be like, hey, Jensen, we support you, you know, fuck. Whatever. Alright, fuck. We're gonna look back on this and laugh, I hope. The day after we went to go visit her, she died in the hospital, so I guess that was pretty fast. Fuck, no more grandma. So, I don't know, whatever. Just, fuck. Shit. Not good. Not good. I'm gonna really miss her.